It's 8 minutes past 9. We are going into open debate with Mahesh Jethmalani and Jainarayan Vyas on the one side defending Modi tonight, and Pawan Verma, who is working with Nitish Kumar on one side, and joining him is Ami Yagnik of the Congress Party, Mukul Sinha, who is the counsel for victims for the 2002 riots, Vinod Mehta, editorial chairman of Outlook. I suspect he's anti-Modi on this, and Tista Setalwad join us in 15 minutes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. First question to Ami Yagnik. Did Narendra Modi's 1,000-word blog silence Rahul Gandhi? Silence him to the extent where he's asked by a reporter in a press conference and he just avoids even a one-sentence reply. Ami?
Arnav,
yes.
These blogs and tweets, yes. These blogs and tweets, we are on larger issues where we don't have to answer every blog and
what
tweet.
What larger issues?
Written.
This is the larger issue which the Congress Party... No, this is the larger issue. This is the larger issue which the Congress Party has been raising in every large and small context for the last decade. And today Narendra Modi writes a blog, a specific question is asked, why did Rahul Gandhi not say anything in response?
The issue... Of course, there is no necessity to reply to the blog. The blog...
No necessity? No, what do you mean, no necessity? No, what do you mean? This is the only issue you raise.
After 12 years, somebody chooses to speak and validates one's conduct, which is absolutely different in the last 12 years. You are telling it to the people of the country. Rahul ji doesn't have to reply to the blog.
Mr. Vyas.
Because there will be a time the matter will go further.
Response from Mr. Vyas. Rahul Gandhi does not have to reply to the blog. Matter will go further. Your response before I ask my first opening question to Mahesh Jethmalani. Mr. Vyas, your response to Ami Yagnik.
Well, Adnab, all through they have laid a very violent and virulent vilification campaign, always trying to paint Mr. Modi in the blackest of the black color. And now that who gave him the clean chit? It is SIT under the supervision of the Supreme Court, Honorable Apex Court of this country. Their reports done under direct supervision of the Supreme Court.
No, Mr. Vyas. Mr. Vyas, I'm not getting a clean audio with you, so I'm going to come back.
Final order.
No, one second. Can I have my opening questions? By the way, Ami Yagnik, irrespective of what you say, I think many people did notice that Rahul Gandhi was totally silenced by the question. Now, Miss Ami Yagnik, you must realize that Rahul Gandhi is a political leader.
Because he was
Gujarat riots,
larger issues of the country.
What larger issues? You keep raising the Gujarat issue. You are basically...
You have seen the press conference.
No,
you have seen the press conference.
Yeah, I saw the press.
The blog is by a person who has been given an order by a magistrate's court, and he's speaking about his feelings and emotions. Well, everyone doesn't have to react on that blog or to the blog.
Well, I get Mahesh Jethmalani, and Mahesh Jethmalani, your counter to that. And also, why didn't he say, okay, I express remorse, I'm sorry. If my government could not do the right thing, I'm sorry. If we slipped up in the even if we slipped up in the people's judgment of the issue, I'm sorry, I express remorse. Mr. Jethmalani, you want to close the lid on the issue, you close it effectively once and for all by expressing remorse. Your hardcore Hindu lobby or hardcore Hindu vote bank will not move away from you. I'm sure. Is that your fear, or is that the BJP's fear? If you express remorse, that hardcore Hindu lobby moves away from you.
Arnab, I totally disagree with you respectfully, because let me tell you something. I think that the blog expresses not merely regret. It appears, it says that what the victims of the riot were subjected to inhumanity and mindless violence. It calls for a spirit of unity. It says no state, country or society can ever survive without social and religious harmony.
No, doesn't it sound, the Congress Party says, the Congress Party says this is sanctimonious righteousness. And some people have said, I get Pawan Verma, some people have said that Modi has cast himself as a victim in this blog. Pawan Verma?
Arnav, let me be very clear. 1 minute, before you get Pawan Verma, let me
get some quick introductory comments.
Something very quickly, Arnav. Yeah, just a quick introductory comment. Modi's blog is not meant for his political opponents because they are never going to be satisfied.
Of course it's meant at his political opponents. I disagree with
for
you.
the public at large.
Of course it is meant at his political opponents.
He is
not
validating
meant for his
something which
political.
is absolutely
I am
figment of
sorry,
his
it is not
imagination.
meant for his.
It is meant
It
for
is
his...
not meant for Ami
Yes,
Yajnik,
yes,
and
it
it
is
is not
not.
meant for Pardap because they will never be satisfied. They have a personal, visceral hatred for Modi, so it's not going to happen with them. They are irrelevant.
This is
People
not an
like
issue of
Pawan Verma
satisfaction.
and Ami
It is an
Yajnik
issue of justice for the victims.
have to be dealt with on the electoral battlefield. Otherwise, they are only spokespersons of their own party.
No, if it
They
has
have
to be dealt with,
on their,
if it
this
has to be
statement was
dealt
meant
with
for
on the
country at
electoral
large.
battlefield, then why a blog? If it has to be dealt with on the electoral battlefield,
Because-
then why a blog? Why a blog?
Good question. Good question, Arnav.
Thank you.
Because for all these years, Modi was accused of keeping silent, and the reason why he kept silent was because he was under intense scrutiny by the SIT and the Magistrates Court at the behest of a Supreme Court. A dignified response was
Pawan
to keep
Verma.
silent until the court had finally
Pawan Verma,
spoken.
this is a response to scrutiny. This is not a response to his critics. I find it absolutely strange, Mr. Jethmalani, that you should say that. Because there is such a detailed attack in the blog on his critics, where he says for so many years they incessantly kept up their attack, leaving no stone unturned in their overzealousness to hit at me for their narrow political ends. They maligned my state and my country. They heartlessly reopened the wounds we were trying to heal, delayed the justice we were fighting for, did not realize how much suffering they were already adding to a pained people. Mr. Jethmalani, it appears to me tonight that you have not read Narendra Modi's blog when you make that comment. You have obviously not read Mr. Modi's blog.
I am sorry, Arnav.
You would have, or you are skipping those parts.
I have read each and every word. I am not. I am saying it is not meant for his political opponents. It is meant for his critics. It is not meant for his party political opponents like Mr. Verma and Mr. Ami Yajnik, because no matter whether he says it or he doesn't, it's a question of damned if he does and damned if he doesn't.
My question...
We do not care for the opinion of people like Pawan Verma and Ami Yajnik.
Whose opinions do you care for, Mr. Jethmalani? Pawan Verma? Yes. Grief.
The elected at large, the people of
Mr.
India,
Jethmalani
the
is
people...
becoming...
Okay, Pawan Verma.
Mr. Jethmalani is becoming unnecessarily agitated. I would like to give Mr. Modi the benefit of doubt. And I would like to do so, but I cannot do so because I cannot devalue my own intelligence. The people of India cannot
Come
be
to the point, sir.
upon as pliable dummies to be... The pliable dummies to be taken in by a blog written 12 years is too late, too little, and far too transparently cynical.
Cynical?
And I want to say to you...
There you go. That is
absolutely
cynical. That is an
because
expected response from Pawan Verma.
can I take 5 seconds because
he is so predictable.
Can I just come in?
He is predictable. I am agitated with...
Arnab, I did not interrupt Mr. Jethmalani. Have the courtesy for a reasonable and...
Because my comments were not worthy of interruption. Your comments are worthy of interruption.
Don't become personal, Mr. Jethmalani. It does you no good. Please discuss the issue.
I'm not becoming personal. I'm dealing with your statements, not you personally.
Please discuss the issue. Please discuss the issue.
I'm discussing the issue. I have discussed the issue.
Allow him, sir. Allow him.
We have a statement made on a blog 12 years after the incident, where in the interim we have had repeated concrete instances of self-righteous belligerence where any question of anguish or remorse comes up. And the BJP, incidentally, has considered this to be right tack. Now Mr. Modi makes a blog and the BJP suddenly believes that one blog written 12 years later, when there was so much more time for reflection and reinterpretation of approaches and attitudes, so much time for spontaneous reaction to what happened, nothing happened. Now the BJP believes that this attempt will put a lid on the court cases, an appealable judgment by a lower court will be closed. On the eve of the elections, censitors on the vote.
No, what do you want him to do?
Changed.
What do you want? I asked you the question this afternoon. I asked you the question this afternoon. 1 second. Mr. Pawan Verma, I am now coming. Mr. Verma, 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
My question is, you and others in the anti-Modi camp, let's go to Mukul Sinha. He's a firm and leading member of the anti-Modi camp.
But you asked me the question more.
No, but I want to ask everyone, there are 2 members, 3 members who have not fully come in. Let's open it up, okay? And I'm not provoking the Right Honorable Vinod Mehta by calling him part of the anti-Modi camp, though I'm extremely tempted to do so. I've enjoyed provoking Mr. Mehta, but I'll desist for a while.
It's not about
My question here is, are words such as grief not an expression of regret? Mr. Sinha, sadness, misery, pain, anguish, agony, phrases such as mindless violence,
Every synonym has been used.
inhumanity to describe the riots. I ask you, Mr. Sinha, what more are you looking for?
Now you have a problem with his English. Mr. Verma has a problem with his English now.
This is Modi's English. What, Mr. Sinha? Mr. Sinha's turn to respond.
Okay. Arnab, let me start by saying that if he had a dictionary in his front, he could have used as many more words he could have liked. I don't think so these words impress us at all. And let me also tell you, I don't belong to the anti-Modi camp. That's a wrong way of describing us. We definitely belong to the pro-victim camp. And the question that I pose, that does this blog anywhere bring justice to those victims? In fact, this blog appears to me like a coffin trying to cover up those 1,000 or so dead bodies. And everybody is now interested in seeing whether Modi gets the justice. The BJP, of course, in a case which is coming from a lowest judiciary of this court and is appealable, is all agog, as if they have won the final victory. But the real question is that have the victims got justice in Gujarat? Or are we all, including the media, bent upon giving justice to Modi?
Why you're targeting the media? What did the media write the blog? Did the media, Mr. Mukul Sinha, write the blog? Did the media issue the court verdict yesterday? If it has gone in favor of Mr. Modi, it's gone in favor of Mr. Modi.
The impression that we have gathered, and that's a public perception, that for the last few months or maybe a year, that every attempt is being made to paint his image bigger than his life. So therefore, this blog also comes almost trying to justify the 12 years of denial of justice to the victims. Today, the real question is, did the victims of the 2002 riots get any justice? Answer is no.
I think you should revisit that with respect, and I'll get Jainara and Vyas before I go to Vinod Mehta. No, let Jainara and Vyas take that one, Mahesh Jethmalani. You see, innumerable cases, innumerable instances, there have been convictions, and Mr. Mukul Sinha, with respect, you seem to be coming in from a deterministic point of view that unless there is a conviction of Narendra Modi, there is no justice to the victims. This seems to be, Mr. Sinha, your perspective. I'll get Jainara and Vyas to respond.
This particular... You see, you catch a few small flies here and there and convict them and then claim that the entire killing of 1,000 or more people were done by those small flies. That I don't believe is the truth.
So this is not this is the court process.
Is that it was an
Sir, this is a court process. This is not an individual.
Okay,
this is not an individual. This is not an individual.
Let's come to the court.
Okay, 2 responses, Mahesh Jethmalani and Jainara and Vyas. Mahesh Jethmalani goes first.
Let me complete that.
No, Mr. Jethmalani is responding to you. Mr. Jethmalani and then Jainara and Vyas. Yeah. Mr. Jethmalani and Jainara and Vyas.
Mr. Mukul Sinha's personal opinions do not count. This is too large an issue. It is an accusation which has been made over the years by NGOs and lawyers of Mr. Mukul Sinha's ilk. Their opinions are not relevant. The truth has to be decided by evidence with judicial application of mind. That has now been established. Mr. Mukul Sinha, if he's a lawyer, what's the name, then he must respect the court verdict today.
Does Mr. Jethmalani seriously believe that the lowest judiciary is going to decide this case? And that is what BJP thinks would be the final
Yes,
victory?
I do.
I think
I hope you have as much respect for the lower judiciary as the higher judiciary.
Don't you realize
Do
that
not
there are
substitute
three more judiciary sitting
do not
superior
substitute your
superior to this
vendetta
judiciary?
and your personal
And
opinion
there are
for that of the lower judiciary.
several
The
other
lower
cases
judiciary
pending before
is
this
much
man.
more unbiased than you are, Mr. Sinha. The lower judiciary is much more unbiased than you are.
Jetmalani, as much as you may shout, this case does
you
not
are an
bring
agent
a
of the
closure.
Congress party. You
However
are not a
much you all
representative
might
of the
write
victims.
blogs,
You are an agent of the Congress party.